Hi guys, so today is going to be one of the days in my 10 videos for the month of December. I realized that people do like Vlogmas and stuff because they make money from AdSense. I make no money, at least I don't know of any money I make off my YouTube videos. I purely do it for fun. But today we're going to do a follow me around little vlog. So it's currently 9:54, so 10 o'clock basically. I'm going to head over to the post office to return one of my textbooks that I rented. It's not, when I ordered it, I didn't know how much I'll need the textbook. I didn't even need it because I ended up getting an online copy of it from my teacher. So hold on. Let me just drive. Okay. I ended up getting an online copy of it, and she had a file of it on like our website. Like, it's called Canvas. If you're in college, you might use it. Yeah, so I ended up getting a free online copy, so I didn't even have to rent this for $30. But anyways, I'm returning it a little bit early. It's not due till the 16th. Today is like the 5th. Okay, I gotta drive. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the post office, drop it off. Then I'm gonna go to the ATM, and then I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna do. Oh my god, I might have just killed a bird. A little bird flew right under my car, like in the middle of it, like not under my wheel, but I don't know if it's dead or not. It just flew. I'm like, birds, come on. I know humans have taken over your natural habitat, but why would you I know your asses be watching this area, and I know you see these big, fast-moving vehicles, these big things moving very quickly that can freaking kill you. So why the hell would you fly right under my car? I hope I didn't kill it. I hope it's alive. I'd feel so bad. Okay, but yeah, I'm going to the post office. Sorry. I'm just gonna leave you guys like that for a second. And then the ATM, and then I'm gonna go home, and we're gonna do a tutorial on how to make almond milk tea at home, like at tea pumps. If you're from the Bay Area, you know what I'm talking about. Or I think they also have stores in LA. But if not, it's like a boba place, and I'll explain that all later when I get home. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, random thing about my car. So my dad installed this, and whenever I go into reverse, the music stops and the camera shows up because I have a camera on my phone. I mean, my car, not my phone. And I want to see if it works because I turned this whole thing off and turned it back on. So let's see if it does that. Nope. My camera still does not work. Look, it's in reverse. I have a camera. I'll show you guys the camera later. And it's supposed to cut off everything that's playing. Show me the camera with the back, like me backing up. So now I have to physically like turn around, and it's like, don't get me wrong, that's how you're supposed to drive this car, but like the whole point of adding the camera and everything is so that I don't have to, and it makes it a little easier for me to drive. But anyways, we're gonna head to the ATM, and I'll see you guys when we get home, most likely. Okay guys, so now we're gonna make almond milk tea, and I promise you this is the easiest recipe that I could think of. Could it be easier? Maybe, but this is the one I'm using, so obviously you can use your own. So there's only 4 ingredients, 5 technically, I guess you could say, but basically 4. One is hot water, which I have boiling right there in that tea kettle. We're gonna have to do multiple rounds of this, so I'm gonna show you guys one of them. So this is a container, and I want to do these recipes in a small cup. So this is recipes mostly for per serving, but if you want to make it in bulk, you can do it in a nice, well, this is like thick plastic, so I don't want to put it in here and like melt the plastic with hot liquid. So I'm going to do them in separate cups, let them cool, then put them in here, and you can put this in your fridge and have cold or iced almond milk tea. So that's what I'm going to do. This is a container I'm going to use. You just put a little saran wrap so it doesn't spill on accident. Well, you know, so keep it clean. I also put Thai tea in here. My mom loves Thai tea, so I also put it in here. But yeah, so for almond milk tea, you're gonna only need 4 ingredients. The first ingredient is, of course, hot water. We're not gonna count that one. And then you're gonna need black tea. I have no idea what black tea you want. You can use any kind of black tea. This is the one I bought. And if you plan on making a lot, don't worry, because this literally has 100 tea bags in here. Look at that. I only use like 1 row basically, but yeah, there's 100 tea bags in here. You only need 1 per person, or 1 per serving or cup, whatever. You just need 1 tea bag per person. This is the one, Food Joy China black tea, 100 tea bags full-bodied classic black tea with bright color and brisk flavor. This is the one I bought. I bought it at an Asian market because in the Bay there's a lot of Asian markets. The next ingredient you're gonna need, because you're gonna put the hot water in the cup, you're gonna put the tea bag, 1 tea bag, let it steep, and then you're gonna add this. This is the Nestle Coffee Mate. Oh my god, I said Kitchen Mate. Coffee Mate, the original creamer powder stuff. So this recipe is based off a interpretation of, if you're from the Bay or SoCal, it's a place called Tea Pumps, and basically they have very simple drinks. So they have the base for tea, so you can have oolong, I believe, green tea, and black tea. I always get black tea. I'm not a fan of green tea. Then you're gonna pick 3 flavors. They're like syrups, like kind of like this syrup, but not this brand. I forgot the name of the brand, but it's a common brand. And they have like a bunch of fruit or like sweet flavors, all kinds of, and you just pick 3 in whatever combo you want. You could pick 1 or 2 or 3, so yeah. Then they also have toppings, and then they have, you know, milk or no milk if you just want a fruit tea or something. Or I like milk tea, so I always get milk. But their milk product, I'm pretty sure is this, because at their Foster City location, they have a whole shelf of these. So I assume, why would they have all of these, like a bunch of these, like boxes of these, if they don't use it for the milk part? So I went and bought it. You do not need to buy this big. I recommend, if you could find it smaller, buy the smaller one. But yeah, I made the mistake of buying this one, and this is how much I've used. There's a lot left. So this is what you use for the milk part. You can also use real milk or almond milk or oat milk, whatever you want. But I have to use that one because I have a lot of it. And then for your flavoring, you can pick whatever syrup you want. I got this brand from Costco, I believe. This is the Da Vinci almond classic syrup. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, you need almond syrup. And that's it. Oh, just kidding. I lied. One more thing. You can also add vanilla syrup, which will give it like a sweetness. But if you don't have that, you need a little bit of sugar so that it's a little sweeter. Because the first time I made this, I only put this syrup and I didn't put any sugar in it. So it was really bitter. So I literally put like half the bottle in one like cup. And it was too much. It was such a waste of syrup, because I know you're not supposed to use a lot of syrup. So make sure you have a little bit of sugar, because it just adds the sweetness. And then the almond is purely for flavor instead of the flavor and the sweetness, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, trust me, you can try it without adding sugar and try it, and it's probably going to be a little bitter. But yeah, so that is the recipe. I will show you guys how to do it in a second when the water is done boiling. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, I have the hot water, as you can see. I have 3 glasses. You can't really see them. And I'm going to pour the water into the glasses. About that much. And like I said, I'm going to do multiple rounds, so yeah. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to go fill this back up, and we'll come back and do the next step. Okay, now you can see the cup. So this is going to be, the skinny cup is my tea bag cup. And then we got 3 large mugs of water, these 2 are about equal, and then this one's a larger mug. Okay, so you're going to grab your tea bags right here. And you're going to do 1. We're going to actually do 2 to make it a little more. No, should I do 1? We'll do 1 first, and then if we need to do more, we can do more. So you're going to just drop. This one might need 2 because this one has more water. Hold on, let me turn the camera. There. And then I have a skinny spoon that's going to be used for my tea. Hold the bags, dip them, and then hang them to get the flavor. So what we're doing is called steeping the tea, I think. Let it steep. I'm not a really big tea person, so I really don't know the terms. Okay, we're gonna let this sit and, you know, steep, and we'll be back. Okay guys, I think they've been steeping for a minute or 2, so I think they should be ready. But this is the cup. This is Tea Pumps. This is their big large size called Pumbo. This is big. Like, this is like a normal boba cup, and then this is a Pumbo cup. See how big it is? But yeah, this is not sponsored. Just wanted to show you guys how much I love them, because I really do. Okay, so after you're done steeping the tea, I'm going to take the tea bags and put them in another glass. So we can just reuse it a little bit in the next round. If there's any more tea essence left, just let it kind of drip on the side and then put it into another cup. And we're not going to throw them away quite yet, just in case they're still, we can reuse them. I mean, we don't have to. I have literally so many tea bags, but yeah. So the next step is your little coffee creamer powder. So we're just gonna, I already have a spoon in here. So we're gonna do 1 scoop, like this mound of scoop, into each cup, like so. And then this one gets a little more. Okay, that's good for now. Now we're gonna take your skinny spoon, and this is gonna be your purely mixing spoon. It's never gonna touch anything else. You just want it to mix everything. So that's mixed. You see how it looks like milk tea? Like, oh, love. Looks so good. And you can just stop here and have black milk tea. And you can do this with any tea you'd like. Oolong, high mountain, jasmine, green tea, anything you want, whatever is your favorite. This one's a little darker, so I might add a little more of the powder so that they're all even in color. And you obviously want to do this when it's hot. It makes the powder easier to dissolve. Still a little dark. So we're just gonna add a little teeny bit more. And you want the tea to be actually pretty potent, because you can always water it down, but you can't like make it stronger. So that's why. Okay, now they're about the same color. So this is my mixing spoon. I'm gonna put it on the napkin, and we're gonna move this creamer to the side because we have to let these all cool before we start our next batch. So it'll be a minute until then. And our next step is a little sugar. So I do like basically like a tablespoon of sugar. So 1 scoop there, 1 scoop there, and 2 scoops, 1.5 scoops of sugar in this one. Okay, there. So that's the sugar, and we're gonna mix before we continue. So to make sure all the sugar dissolves. Okay, there's that one. I mean, the sugar should already dissolve from the heat, but just in case it doesn't, you also want to make sure it dissolves. So boom. I said we're gonna only do 1 batch on camera, but we're just doing all of them at the same time. So now for the almond syrup, this is a 1/4 cup. We're gonna do a little less than a 1/4 cup. I would say 2 to 3 tablespoons. Or if you have a pump, maybe like 2 or 3 pumps of almond syrup. This one's gonna get 2. And like I said, as long as it has enough almond flavor, if you need more sweetness, just add sugar. Don't add too much syrup. Because the syrup does have sugar in it, but sometimes the tea just needs the extra sweetness. Oh yeah, you would also have to add sugar if you want a regular or like a simple syrups. If you wanted to make just regular milk tea, just so it has sweetness, because it could be really bitter. And boom. So I'm gonna taste test each cup with a different spoon and everything to make sure it's the flavor I want. I recommend you taste test it and adjust the recipe to your taste. But that is it. I'm gonna let these cool down, and then we're gonna pour them into this large container so we can make it iced. And I will put it in the fridge to make it cold, but you also can serve it on ice or without ice, whatever you like, or you can drink it hot. It's really good hot in like the winter time or when it's cold outside, which it has been recently. So yeah, I'll be back to show you guys the last finishing touches, but that's pretty much it. Almond milk tea at home, based off what I remember from seeing like tea pumps. So yeah, bye. Okay, so update, you can't reuse the tea bags. There's no point. Don't waste your time. This is round 2 I have here,
And this is what it looks like when you put it into the container. So what I did was I put a bunch of hot water and let it sit in here for a little bit so that the container is used to hot liquid, and then I put the somewhat still hot milk tea in here. So after that, you're gonna clear a spot in your fridge. I recommend wherever you put your gallon of milk, if there's a shelf for that, leave that open. I finished up our milk right there, so we have a space now. And once I'm done with these, we'll see how much more I need to make. I might have to do at least one or half a round more. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll end it here. Actually, no, I'll put it in the fridge and then I'll end it then. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay guys, so it has cooled down. Last touch, I put the saran wrap on. You can see it's a little steamy because it's not completely cold. And we're just gonna put it in my fridge. So yeah. Oh my god, it's heavy. Oh yeah, by the way, I only did 2 rounds of the 3 cups. So this is that's how much you get. So here's where we have our milk area. So you just slowly tilt. You put it in and you close the door. I recommend chilling overnight or even for a whole day. Of course, once it gets to a somewhat cool temperature, you can just throw some ice in and be perfectly good with that and have a drink with your meal by itself as a treat, whatever you want. So that is my video of me just following me around today and also making some almond milk tea. So see you guys in the next video, which is probably tomorrow.